The perfect view, bought a bar at the speed of sound. Fancy feet dancing through this town. Lost my mind in a wedding gown. Don't think I'll ever get it now. Gasoline and most things in between. I rode the city in a shopping cart till the smoke alarm. This night is heating up. Race and turn it up. Say if you go on, you might mess up in a dream, but oh yeah. Don't threaten me with a good time. I'm a scholar and a gentleman, and I usually don't fall when I try to stand. I lost a bet to a guy in a show.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. And it is Raptor basketball tonight as the Toronto Raptors go up against the Warriors in Oakland. Well, for the Warriors, they went 2-0 against this team last season, looking to continue that string of victories tonight. With the new year getting ramped up, teams just getting into the swing of things. Kenny, some major storylines already brewing. What are you seeing out there?
Well, you know, the roster aren't coming together yet, and it's still early. It's still tough to figure it out. But then there's a lot of teams that's just off the radar right now, but they've been impressive. So I think that it's too early to tell. You know, too early to tell.
Come on, you're going to give me an answer.
I can't give you these ELNs, these Ernie-like numbers yet. It's too early.
Well, I see emerging young guns. You know, I see a couple veterans now hitting the wall, physically getting up there in age. But I got to agree with Kenny, Ernie. It's too early to tell.
Jeez, I'm sorry I asked. Time to tip it off. Here's Kevin Harlan.
You asked too early.
We've got an electric crowd here in Golden State's Oracle Arena. It's Wednesday Night Basketball, live on 2K Sports. Welcome everyone to the broadcast table. Chris Webber to my right, Greg Anthony to my left. I'm Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge on our sideline. And of course, DeMar DeRozan. And you can really tell that he's feeling great about the new team, and he's had some really nice And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Well, guys, when DeMar DeRozan hit free agency in the summer of 2016, not only did he not meet with any other team than the Raptors, he didn't want to meet with any other team. He said, I am Toronto. Outside of where I'm from, I represent this city harder than anybody. Toronto is all I've known. I came in at 19, and I've treated it like home ever since then. Kevin?
And DeRozan is so important to this Raptors team, DA. I'm sure they're glad he's sticking around for the long haul. And we're watching two very experienced veteran teams, Chris. We should be in for some high-level basketball.
Yeah, and just watch this game tonight. You're going to see coaches really trust their players. Coaches who do most of their coaching in practice and then trust the IQ of their players. Won't be a lot of play calling, a lot of free-flowing. Guys kind of knowing where to be on defense, a lot of communication on defense. This should be a fun one.
It'll be the Raptors off the tip. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. Setting the floor for the Raptors. We've got Steph Curry. Gortat is out there with Nowitzki. Then it's Lee, and it's DeRozan in at the three slot. Hardaway, no good. Golden State on D. This, their first.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. Murray with it. Kicks to Hayward. Valanciunas with a screen on DeRozan. Here's Hayward. The shot missing. And Toronto will come the other way. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
Playing on the road, always a challenge, but it becomes a heck of a lot easier when you can shoot the three ball the way they did.
Oh, no doubt. And when you're hitting a high percentage on the perimeter, everything becomes easy.
Johnson dishes to Hardaway. Pass to Murray from deep three-point range. And again, it's the Warriors missing. The Raptors have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's DeRozan. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. DeRozan's got 6. Golden State's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Back to Hardaway. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Toronto, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Curry outside. The rebound by Johnson.
Look, they cannot leave him open like that. But D got away with one there.
Hayward against DeRozan. And there's the 3-second violation. It's been a quick start here for Toronto.
Sometimes with the amount of weapons that this team has, players have the tendency to defer. But Curry is at his best when he's aggressive and aggressive early. It took some time to realize that last season, but it clicked. He is still the engine that powers the offense.
Murray kicks to Hardaway. Dishes to Valanciunas. Back to Hardaway. Will it go?
Watch out. Watch out. And maybe that'll get them going. They need to find a rhythm.
Well, yeah, it took them a while to get those first points. Maybe this will help their confidence just a little bit.
That free throw good from Hardaway.
And Tim Hardaway Jr., the son of a former all-star point guard. Junior, not maybe the same ball handler his father was, but he can sure fill it up. And I really feel like he's established his niche in the NBA.
Valanciunas sets a screen for Hardaway. From outside the arc, Hayward can hit.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Yeah, coming off of a good pick, you want to get that. When he gets the separation he needs, I know he would love to have that one back.
"11 feet away, it's hauled in by the Raptors. And Hardaway Jr., a 6'6" shooting guard out of Michigan. Talk about his game a little bit for us, Greg. Analyze where he is.
Above average in terms of his athletic ability, improving defensively, and right now he's playing off the ball, whether spotting up or filling the lane. I think this guy's got a chance to be special. He's passionate and he compete.
Got that bucket in no time at all. Curry's got his first 3 points of the game.
The beautiful shooting form and consistent shooting form of Steph Curry.
Here's Valanciunas. Can't hit that one. Nice D from Nowitzki. Toronto leading by 6. And finished off by DeRozan.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. There's the pick. Valanciunas passes to Hayward. Nice D from DeRozan.
I'm sure he thought that was good when they left his fingertips. Matter of fact, I know he did.
Curry dishes to DeRozan. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Hayward goes in, and he gets the bucket. Hayward's got his first points of the night.
And as a wing player, Hayward's just so good at attacking the basket. I think that's a big part of what makes him special. Doesn't take much of an opening for Hayward to make his move. How on earth did they let him get that wide open?
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks.
And they couldn't get stops when they needed to. The opposition just too comfortable shooting the basketball.
And that's what can happen on the road. You have to be aggressive and try to disrupt them out of their normal routine.
Different look here for the Warriors. Mozgov, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Beasley comes in for Johnson. Kent Bazemore's checked in for Gordon Hayward. And it's Mitchell in for Hardaway. Good! Raptors leading by 7. Outside Curry. Outside DeRozan. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
Right block shot. And Gortat kicks to DeRozan. Good on the three-point shot. DeRozan's got 13.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to summon up a little more sense of urgency.
Here's Beasley. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
The pass to DeRozan. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. He's got 15.
In my opinion, he's more of a combo guard than a true point. Curry showing Hall of Fame vision that time.
It's Beasley on the wing. Knocks it loose. Mozgov. And it's sent back by Nowitzki. Outside DeRozan. Curry on the wing. Fires the three. That ball's off target. It's his third miss. He's made 2 shots from the field. Beasley, the pass to Murray. Bazemore for 3. And so it's DeMar DeRozan making highlights for Toronto. What an amazing quarter. There was absolutely no stopping him. We'll return shortly. Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. What do you guys think about the Raptors here in this one?
Aggressive rebounding in that first quarter. That's what's given them the advantage.
Well, it does a couple of things. It gives you more opportunities, but it also sets a tone. They're the more physical, the more dominant team right now.
Warriors trail by 10. And one thing that Steve Kerr has done so well in his coaching tenure is his ability to handle multiple stars on the same team. You look back at the history of this league, and it isn't always smooth sailing.
Yeah, sometimes when you get this much talent on teams, you can get guys clashing. But Kerr has the team playing as a unit, and players are happy to sacrifice their own stats for playing better basketball. He has everyone buying into the culture they've created.
So on the floor for Toronto to start this second quarter. Curry is out there with Lee. Then there's Nowitzki. Then it's Gortat, and it's DeRozan in at the 3, the small forward. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, it may not be the era of the center in the NBA, but Jonas Valanciunas has something to say about that. He said, "I try to make sure they don't forget about centers. I'll keep reminding them. The league is full of guys that can do different things, but I still think you need a center that can rebound the ball and score in the low post." I agree. Kevin?
The centers are still important, David. Good to see Valanciunas making his presence felt in the paint.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
A lot of times your defense is your offense is your defense. This is poor decision-making right here. You can't let them have that shot. Also might have been a lack of effort.
Here's Mitchell. Misses the 3. Raptors leading by 10. On the wing, DeRozan. And stolen by Bazemore. The feed now to Beasley. Back to Bazemore. Beasley the screen. And Bazemore kicks to Murray. From outside, off the mark. The Raptors have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Left side, Curry fires for 3. The Warriors. Pull it in. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. And that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. There's the dish to DeRozan. And so it looks like the Raptors will retain possession here.
Man, you love the effort. Just getting the hand in there and knocking it out.
Well, some of that, too, is just setting the tone by being aggressive. You need guys like this on your team.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Valanciunas, who's checked in for Mozgov. Gordon Hayward comes in for Kent Bazemore. Hardaway is subbed in for Murray. And Valanciunas out of Lithuania, the 5th overall pick back in 2011.
Yeah, he's still quite young. You know, a lot of talent offensively,
Defensively, he's probably had less of an impact, but that's where he has to take the next step. And that's a momentum shifter, a steal leading straight to the basket.
And here's Korver from the arc. Great D that time from Hardaway. Warriors trail by 8. Mitchell kicks to Beasley, and it's Beasley finishing it off.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying annex to narrow the deficit.
Well, also a miscommunication on defense. No one rotates over. See ya.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Mitchell dishes to Hayward. Pass to Mitchell. Off target with his 3.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Golden State's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Shot is good, and the Toronto lead is cut to just 7 on the basket from Hardaway.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Passes it to Korver. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Livingston. No good on the triple.
Well, that's the shot they're looking for. Clean three-pointer. Just can't get it to go.
Here's Hayward. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
And the Warriors making a change here. Johnson's checked in. Chris, you've been on both sides of the coin for this. When it comes to a veteran presence in the locker room, just how important is that? When you were a young player getting it, and maybe as an older player when you were preaching it.
When I was a rookie, Kevin, I needed a veteran just as much as I needed an assistant coach. They were that important to me because when you think about it, that's how you learn your routine.
Wow.
What to eat before a game, how many hours to eat before a game, how to recoup after a game, how to say no to your friends and family for playoff tickets because, you're at home and you got to buy 75 tickets. Just kind of how to navigate through life. That veteran player can help. And I think that's one thing when the game kind of got lost in years past, it was because we lost that veteran presence in the locker room. And so, to me, the veteran presence is everything. Chris Mullin getting on me because I'm a rookie. I mean, I would have paid him to do that. So, it's really cool because just as much as they get on you, they help you and they explain the game, help you out with life and everything else. So it's like a big brother relationship.
Oh, that's good to hear. Carter kicks to Fry. Good on the bucket. And it's an 8-point Toronto lead.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Johnson, the pass to Hayward. The shot will not fall. Now Toronto takes it the other way. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Lets it fly from 18. And that one, good. Hayward's got 7.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Livingston kicks to Korver. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Here's Mitchell. From outside, off the mark.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Hayward against Carter. Pass to Marjanovic. Over Valanciunas. Good on the short little jump shot. Marjanovic has got his first 2 points of the night.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Here's Mitchell. He's covered by Livingston. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And had the right idea there in calling for the screen, but he was just slow to get to the spot and didn't get set.
Yeah, as a big fella, that's the thing, Greg. You got to be quick in setting those screens. If you get a little lazy, you get called for it.
Murray. No good on that one. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. It's the Raptors up by 11. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Kyle, impressive first half. You guys seemed in control. I figure you're pleased with the team's performance so far.
Yeah, I thought we let up some in the second quarter, though. We just got to keep on playing our game, keep on trusting the system, and, we're getting great shots. Got to keep it up.
Kyle, thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. DeMar DeRozan brought his A game early tonight. He ended up with 15 points and 1 rebound. And let's get your thoughts, big fella, on the Raptors.
Well, they've been playing with some toughness. And it's led to a nice lead for them, not just on the scoreboard, but in the rebounding numbers. And now they need to stay mean, Ernie. You cannot lose that edge in the second half.
And over to Kenny now. How'd you think the Warriors were playing?
Their inaccuracy from behind the arc was brutal. Shot selection, I didn't see any. The perimeter offense they're running, you could scrap that. They need to get back to the basics. Pound it inside, more pick and roll. Try to pick up some easy buckets in transition.
That's it for halftime, as the second half is just about to get underway.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. You gotta like what DeMar DeRozan has done in this game.
And as effective as he was at slashing to the hoop in that first half, even better at finishing once he got there.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's just his ability to play above the rim led to some highlight reel dunks and really pumped up his teammates.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. Amir Johnson is out there with Hayward. Then there's Hardaway. Then there's Murray. And it's Valanciunas in at the pivot spot manning the middle. That's the Warriors 5. Hayward with the ball. Now guarded by DeRozan. Valanciunas with a screen on DeRozan. He used that pick to perfection. 9 points for Gordon Hayward.
That's just another one for Hayward. He's built up his body. Now he has the strength and endurance to score at will.
And Chris, you were only briefly with the Warriors at the start and the end of your career, but you had plenty of big moments with that club. Any out to you as a favorite?
Oh, well, I think the playoffs, almost averaging a triple-double in the playoffs, for me, it was something very special. Going behind the back on my good friend Sir Charles, of course, is one of the first experiences I had there, and also my first NBA game. I mean, being in front of those crazy fans in Oakland, that atmosphere is unlike any other, and jump ball and winning and scoring my first bucket. So many special moments there. Rookie of the Year, being awarded that with my father at center court there at that arena is something I'll never forget.
And Gordon Hayward has increased his scoring average every season he's been in the league. And couple that last year also a career high in offensive efficiency. The guy is just a budding superstar.
Valanciunas sets a screen for Hayward. Jumper off the screen, and it's Hayward again missing.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside. And you want to talk about high-volume scores, just look at what DeRozan's doing tonight. He's been on a mission, putting his mark on this game in a big way.
Beasley's checked in for Johnson. And a look now at the breakdown between three-point and two-point shots attempted here tonight for the Warriors. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. And Gordon Hayward has worked on his strength, but also his balance, adding boxing, Greg, as you were talking about, to his off-season training.
Yeah, great point. I mean, the strength, the balance, and footwork,
make him a great slasher. This guy gets in the lane and just has a knack for working himself to the foul line.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Well, look, the length of Gortat is just a problem for the defense. When he gets good position on them, they're going to have to resort to hacking.
And he sinks the second.
And it's the little things that Marcin Gortat is so good at that helps you at that center position. His awareness of space, strong in the pick and roll, and also a solid finisher at the rim.
Hardaway against Korver. 6 on the shot clock. Gortat with the steal. Outside DeRozan. Over Hayward. Out to DeRozan. From beyond the arc. DeRozan can't get that one to fall.
He isn't getting it to fall from outside during this half after recording a 3 during the first.
A shot by Hayward, wide open, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Hardaway. Hayward's got it back down to single digits for the Warriors. And with Gortat, it's those little things like setting timely screens or Greg moving to open up room for others that make him so valuable.
Kevin, he is deadly in the pick and roll. One of the best screeners in terms of his effectiveness to create space. And usually he's near the top of the league in terms of baskets that are created off of his screens.
The Warriors shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. And the Warriors with some changes. Mozgov comes in for Valanciunas, and it's Mitchell in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Raptors leading by 8. Carter dishes to DeRozan. And they double up DeRozan. Carter, the pass to DeRozan. It's blocked. Now here's Murray. Defense is right there. He feeds it to Beasley. Mozgov kicks to Murray. Beasley with a screen on Carter. Hayward from outside. And the Warriors miss again.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
And Carter with the basket on the assist from Gortat. And that's 11 points for Vince Carter.
You have to extend the defense there unless you want him to punish you repeatedly from beyond the arc.
Murray dishes to Beasley. Back to Murray. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the court.
And finished off by DeRozan.
Well, now he's well accustomed to shouldering that scoring load. He's the main reason they're up right now.
Hayward on the wing. Mozgov passes to Hayward. Toronto grabs the miss. Gortat's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Well, Chris, the NBA game is a game of superstition. And even if you aren't superstitious, you still get into the habit of a routine. So what was your pregame routine that you had during your career? Something that was there every night with you before a game?
Well, about superstitions, Kev, I have one superstition, and it might sound weird, but it was to not have a superstition. So I'm a guy that can get caught up in routine and things like that. So if I played a great game and I had something to eat, I wouldn't eat the same thing on purpose because I didn't want the superstition to control me. I wanted if for some reason I couldn't have the food, if for some reason I got to the game late, I never wanted that to be in my head. And so my thing was, since early in high school, I tried not to have a superstition. But in saying that, you do have a routine. And my routine as I got older was before I get to the arena, I'd read the notes of the game and all that good stuff, and I'd just sit in the hot tub with my headphones on. I figured that was the best way to get warm at an older age, and that's really the only thing I can remember relying on before a game, and that was in my older years.
Good story. Good story.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Pretty high percentage look with the D playing off. Just couldn't knock it down.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
How about the concentration? He gets hit but stays with the play and gets the finish.
The Warriors shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight. Toronto leading by 9. Carter kicks to DeRozan. Over Beasley. Out to DeRozan. Over Beasley. That doesn't go either for DeRozan.
Well, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
The Warriors have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
And Mitchell drops them both.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
From downtown, DeRozan gets the bucket. DeRozan's got 11 points in the quarter.
Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
And you see he's not worried about what's on the scoreboard. He just wants to go ham each possession.
And so it's Toronto going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And we'll be right back after this. Now let's listen in to head coach Steve Kerr.
Right now is when we go, good shot, great shot, right? Right now is when we talk on every screen down here and switch and ice and all the stuff we do on point.
That's Steve Kerr. This is what his teams do. They take away a lot of easy shots, easy baskets.
Yeah, you heard him. Ice the screens. Communicate. Give me everything you've got defensively.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up. 2K Sports, happy to have you with us. On the court for Toronto to start the fourth. They've got Gortat. DeRozan out there with Nowitzki. Then there's Kyle Korver. And it's Carter in at the point guard position. Picked by Mozgov. And Bazemore kicks to Mozgov. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Mozgov's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Warriors. Outside DeRozan. Lets it go from 11. It's rebounded by Golden State. Mozgov's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Hardaway kicks to Mitchell. DeRozan against Hardaway. Clock at 4. From 11 feet away. Count that one. Here is Carter. From deep. Bazemore grabs the miss.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And Vince Carter picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Valanciunas, he's checked in for Golden State. Murray comes in for Mitchell. Some changes for Toronto. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Feeds it to Johnson. He dishes it to Valanciunas. Hardaway kicks to Johnson. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Ring shot on the way. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Raptors leading by 6. Outside Curry. Lee outside. The rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got his third rebound tonight. Murray with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. Valanciunas, good.
And he's pretty relentless inside. Valanciunas gets after it down low. It might not always look pretty, but he makes the most of his chances in the paint.
Well, no matter what, he's always going to be one of the most dangerous men on the court.
Murray dishes to Johnson. Hardaway against Lee. Hardaway passes to Valanciunas. And the rejection by Marjanovic.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Warriors trail by 7. Puts it up. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Yeah, that's just poor decision-making. He's got to be better in those situations.
I'd love to hear his explanation to Coach right there. I mean, that should be an interesting conversation.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
And with the Tide running against them, needs to talk it over. With his guys.
Man, they straight up been getting smoked over this stretch. They really need to refocus here.
A chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, DeMar DeRozan.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
Taking on the defending champs always adds a little extra meaning to the game. And with the way he's gotten after it tonight, it was clear this one meant a lot to him. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Kent Bazemore. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Steve Kerr talked to his team during the break. He was not happy with their play. He told them, we're getting outworked out there. Simple as that. We got to dial up our effort. Kevin, we'll see if they have enough to get it done.
Thanks so much, David. A shot by Johnson, no good. Raptors leading by 10. Toronto calls timeout.
And really, whether you're up or down, it's a game of adjustments.
Well, yeah, he might have seen something he wants to exploit. We'll see what they run coming out of this.
Michael Beasley, he's checked in for the Warriors. The Raptors also with a sub. DeRozan's checked in. Curry kicks to Marjanovic. DeRozan in the corner. And they double up DeRozan. It's stolen by Valanciunas. And here comes Hayward, leading the fast break. That one, no good. Nice D from DeRozan. The Raptors have gone just 2 of 8 in this fourth quarter. The final quarter not treating them well so far. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by DeRozan. Warriors trail by 10. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And Steph Curry with the foul. That's his first foul. 1:57 left in the fourth quarter. Doubled by Lee. Murray kicks to Valanciunas. Hardaway with it. He's picked up by Lee, and it goes down 2 points.
Oh, so because no one was there to contest, you're going to just put a little something extra on it. I see you.
Outside DeRozan, looking to get back on track here, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And the foul called on the Golden State Warriors. Good on the first, and that will put them up by 9. DeMar DeRozan hits them both. Here's Murray. There's a good screen. It's Beasley on the wing. Lee against Hardaway. Shot clock at 5. For 3, Murray. Offensive rebound. Beasley. And the rejection by Marjanovic. DeRozan against Hayward, and it's DeRozan missing.
Well, Kev, I'm not sure if it's because he's shooting on the opposite side of the floor this half, but he just can't buy a bucket.
With that shot, the Raptor lead is cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Hayward.
And a good job taking what the D gives him. He's not going to pass it up with that much space.
Not completely over, but it's getting close.
Yeah, we know some crazy stuff happens out there, but everything would have to go their way to finish this off.
And Kevin, maybe the play of the game right there.
A tremendous instinct straight to come up with a steal and then attack the basket.
And guys, to do it in the biggest moments. We'll see if that shifts the tide permanently in their favor.
Valanciunas sinks it. What a beautiful Incredible shot to bring him to within 3.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
And the Raptors call time here. They're up by 3. We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Vince Carter, he's checked in for Curry. Here's DeRozan. Count it!
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Timeout called the Warriors. They're trailing by 5. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. .29 seconds left here in the fourth quarter.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
Team ball. Great execution on offense. Everyone working together. You wish you could have that on every play.
Misses from short range. These guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice assistant.
And when everyone's involved offensively, it has a way of helping you on the defensive side as well.
Hayward dishes to Murray. Can't get the 3 to fall. And so the big win by Toronto in a tight game. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
DeMar, big effort tonight. What is the state of mind of this club right now?
We're focusing in on the defensive end. We know if we get stops, we can definitely score whenever we want.
And you got it done tonight, DeMar. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
Poche parole come Robocop, il 50 top e le impennate, Giovanni folli come Peter Pan. Ci penso spesso e mi accorgo adesso che tutto questo era un calcio. Certe pellicole da panico, Carlito il finale drammatico, DiCaprio nell'Atlantico, Tony Montana e Couture.